For those of you who aren't familiar with the network, the CDAC Network is essentially a cross-sector collaboration between media development and aid agencies, UN agencies, the Red Cross movement, and increasingly technology and telecoms providers. And it's the stated intention of the network and its members that crisis-affected populations are well informed by and actively communicating with those who seek to assist them. It may sound like a cliche, but we really are committed to affected people not being passive recipients of aid, but very much active agents in their own recovery. Now, last autumn, the CDAC Network went through a strategic planning process, during which time we spoke to over about 70 colleagues in the sector. Many of you are here in this room today. And the overwhelming feedback from many of you was that the niche, if you like, and the power of the network lies in its convening capacity with this very diverse and interesting group of actors, obviously towards leveraging much better two-way communications, particularly with regards to media and technology solutions. The feedback also focused on the strength of network and network members in terms of their facilitation and support to coordination at field level as well. And coordination is part of our capacity strengthening program of work, if you like. There are 4 pillars to what the network does: convening, capacity strengthening, research and learning, and advocacy. And that was what was the conclusion of the strategic review last year. Something I want to reflect on just briefly is that the interesting group around the table in the network, for me, with my humanitarian background, is actually really beginning to stretch the way that the humanitarian sector thinks about accountability and the contribution that the media development and the technology providers are providing in particular is really, I think, actually having an impact on the way the sector begins to think about accountability. We're actually working with the ISC sub-working group on accountability to affected populations at the moment, and they have a new operational framework for accountability, which is actually integrating two-way communications throughout, and I think that that is in recognition of the importance of this work. Now, finally, I believe passionately in the power of collaboration, in having interesting conversations with colleagues who we may not ordinarily in our everyday work encounter. I think it's really powerful. I hope that today acts as a catalyst for new and interesting conversations. And in terms of communication with affected populations, it's not just about increasing the quality, accountability and effectiveness of aid, important as that is. Surely it's about people's dignity. And if we actually communicate with people in a way that we would expect to be spoken to, and if we actually dialogue with people, listen to them and respond to them, then I think that that is as important as any kind of cost-benefit analysis of the work that we do. It's really about respect and dignity at the heart of humanitarian action.